when they faced Southampton under the lights. The Saints had won on their last 2 visits to Upton Park, and following a 2-1 defeat at Nottingham Forest the previous week, there was an air of apprehension in the Hammers camp. Even so, England keeper Peter Shilton had to be at his best. Then, in the 26th minute, a corner by Mark Ward. Tony Gale flicks it on, and skipper Alvin Martin volleys his first goal of the season. Martin again. McAvenny with the flick. It was West Ham all the way. Alan Devonshire. Pike. Back to Dev. And this time the Saints clear. Now into the second half. Alan Devonshire sets up another attack, and Shilton beats McAvenny to the ball. A short free kick, Stewart to Ward. Back to Stewart. And Alan Dickens is close with his header. Dickens again. The Hammers continued to dominate, although they could not add to the score. But 3 points kept them in a challenging position, and manager John Lyle enthused, "We are all aware this is the best team we have had for a long time. Whether we can win the title or not, we will have to wait and see." Final score, West Ham United 1, Southampton 0. Oxford United, paying their first ever visit to Upton Park, heralded a hectic schedule of 4 games in 9 days. Oxford took a shock lead through Houghton in the 13th minute, and although the Hammers fought back, Ray Stewart testing Alan Judge here, Oxford maintained their lead at the interval. Then in the second half, a quick corner by George Paris to Alan Devonshire. A flighted cross beyond the far post, and Cotty's hard-hit drive cannons in off poor John Truick. 1-1. In the 57th minute, Devonshire goes into the box, Perriman makes the challenge, and referee Noel Butler awards a doubtful penalty. Ray Stewart adjusts his socks, but the man who's usually so ice-cool lashes his kick high and wide. Could it be a touch of championship nerves? The Hammers are far from perturbed by that miss and continue to blitz the Oxford goal. time is ebbing away. And the game has moved into its 70th minute, when Jeff Pike provides McAvenny with the sort of opportunity he seldom misses. 2-1 to the Hammers, thanks to Frank's 25th goal of the season. Then, in the 80th minute, Ward finds Dickens. And there is no doubt this time as Steve Perryman brings the talented youngster down. Ray Stewart again prepares to take the penalty. No mistake, his 6th goal of the season. 3-1 to the Hammers, and the championship challenge is looking good. Final score, West Ham United 3, Oxford United 1. 3 days later, Chelsea are the opponents. The Blues have already beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford to spike their championship aspirations, and the title race is now a 4-club affair between the Mersey Giants, Liverpool and Everton, and London, represented by Chelsea and West Ham. As expected, this is a tense, dramatic contest. No score in the first 45 minutes, and we now move into the 6th minute of the second half. Dickens wins the ball in the air, takes a return from McAvenny, and then finds Tony Cottee, who drills in his 22nd goal of the season with yet another brilliant first-time strike. Chelsea equalised when Neil Orr, who had replaced the injured Gale, slipped and allowed Spackman to pick his spot. A win was important for both sides in this match, and it was Godden who was the busier goalkeeper. Godden was in superb form, and West Ham could not breach the goal. Even so, the Blues pinched the points when Nevin headed the winner on the break. Final score, West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. The Hammers bounced straight back with an emphatic 2-0 win at Watford before facing Newcastle United at Upton Park. And what a game we were in for. It took just 3 minutes for Alvin Martin to beat Martin Thomas with this close-range shot. Ray Stewart makes it 2-0 in the 11th minute. McAvenny. Dickens to Cotti, and just past the post again. Thomas is having a nightmare. This time it's Neil Orr who forces the corner. Devonshire. Martin. Devonshire back to Orr, who beats Thomas from 25 yards. The Hammers are rampant, the Magpies' defences run ragged, and the pressure tells, as Glenn Roeder, the Newcastle skipper, scores an own goal. 4-0. Newcastle changed their goalkeeper at the interval, Chris Hedworth pulling on the green jersey, and he was soon in action. Phil Parkes makes a rare save. Gale, McAvenny. Devonshire. Paris. Cotti. And the replacement keeper is injured, saving the shot. 2 minutes later, in the 64th minute, the Happers keeper is beaten by Alvin Martin and comes off to be replaced by England striker Peter Beardsley, who gives a good account of himself. Paris is unlucky here after a good dribble. Devonshire. Inside to Paris. Back to Devonshire. And substitute Paul Goddard comes in to score at the far post. 6-1 to the Hammers. A minute later, Tony Cotti bursts down the left. A good cross, and McAvenny is there to head number 7. Newcastle's night of misery is not over yet. Roeder is judged to have fouled Cotti, and the referee points to the penalty spot. Alvin Martin is the taker. And there is the hat-trick, and an unusual one, having scored 3 goals against 3 keepers in the same game. Poor Tony Cottee. He just couldn't get it in. Another try. Final score, West Ham United 8, Newcastle United 1. That goal feast lifted West Ham into third place, behind Liverpool and Everton.